GTA with DTA Vaping, and today we're going to be taking a very quick look at the Cloupor Mini. And I think today I'm going to dive down deep and show you around the box mod, mini box mod. So let me get my Sigeli here. Okay. So we're going to just dive down into it, do a full review on it, and hopefully you guys stay tuned for the whole video and don't skip through it because there's some interesting things that I want to talk about. Alright, so first of all, we're just going to take a look at the size of it. So the size, obviously, it's a Cloupor Mini. It's very small. Here's a Sigeli 150 watt box mod. Fairly big box mod. I think it's probably one of the best sizes that I've ever gotten. This size is my ideal vape. But if you're looking to just go on a little trip or something, you're looking to go over to your friend's house, you don't want to bring your hefty mod over if you have one, and you want a little small mod, the Cloupor Mini is one of the best mini mods, or one of the only mini mods I've ever gotten, but it's like the ideal mini mod. So in my opinion, I think the Cloupor Mini is like the perfect size for a mini mod, like a mini version or whatever, a vape, whatever. Something that you could take to your friend's house and just vape on while you're over there. The Cloupor Mini does 30 watts. We're gonna look down deep into it. We're gonna do like a first-person view of whatever. Yeah. So the Cloupor Mini does 30 watts. The buttons are nice and clicky. I'm gonna probably get a case for it. And yeah, so there's a power button, a up and down button right there. Very simple design. I have decals on the side here because I actually bought this online from someone on Craigslist, believe it or not. And the decals, I could take those off if I really wanted to. There's one on the top, but you wouldn't notice it. Okay, and we'll talk about everything in a little bit as well. But there's a 510 on the top, obviously. It's on the side with the fire button, if you guys are interested in that. I don't know. I actually like my 510 connection for my tanks on the opposite side of the fire button, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So what that means is when you fire it, your fire button is literally right below your tank. Alright. So there's that. Okay. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about in a minute, but the 510 inside you have to adjust with a Phillips head screwdriver. Alright. Now what I was talking about before with the fire button and the 510 connection, on the Sigeli, the fire button's here, and the portion where the tank of the RDA goes is up top there. So when you're hitting it, you're not like pushing your finger up against the tank or your mouth or whatever, right? So when you're firing it on the Sigeli here, I know we're talking about the Cloupor, but okay, you're back here puffing on it or whatever, right? Alright, so let's dive down and take a look at here. Hopefully it doesn't move too much with my hands here. So we're going to talk about this real quick here. Alright, so here is the Cloupor Mini. Very nice, very small. We'll do a size comparison to the Sigeli here so you guys can see that. Sigeli is a lot bigger than the Cloupor Mini, I would say. Cloupor Mini is about 3/4 as big as the Sigeli there. Cloupor and the Sigeli, obviously. Alright, so move that off to the side. So when I was talking about the firing buttons here, the firing buttons are very clicky. And if I press it, it's going to say check atomizer there. Up and down, goes up to 30 watts there. 30 watts, and I believe it goes all the way down to 7 watts. Yep. Alright, so it gives you a nice wide range, 7 to 30. Very nice. I don't know why they didn't just do 1 watt all the way up to 30, but whatever. So we look on the screen here. You can see your ohms, your voltage, and your watts. Now, one thing about this I don't like is the voltage only displays when you have a tank screwed on there, obviously, and you press the firing button. If the tank's on there and you're not pressing the firing button, the volts won't display anything. Alright, so it has a removable 18650 battery, which I like because it tells I know exactly how much the battery is charged, unlike other mods that have batteries built in. There's 2 magnets that hold it into place right here and here. So when you put the top back on, it just snaps back into place. This I wouldn't say this is too wiggly, I guess is a word I'm looking for, I guess. But they do, as you can see, sometimes give you a little bit of trouble if you're pushing on it or whatever. But most of the time, it's very sturdy. It's very it's like locked on there. Not very locked on there, but locked on there. On the bottom here, we have a charge port for, I guess, a micro USB. And, sorry, I guess that's a breathing hole for the battery, I guess. I don't even know what that other hole is for, but I'm sorry, I don't know what that is, but I guess that's a breathing hole for the battery. And the charging port. Alright, so you can charge it through USB if you really want to. On top here, I'm going to do this. And there we go, focus on that. And that is your adjustable 510 connection using a screwdriver. So you have to use a screwdriver to tighten it or loosen it, which a lot of people would bitch about, but I really don't care, because once I find the right adjustment, I guess, for the tank or the RDA that I'm using, it doesn't really matter. But some people would complain that you have to carry around a screwdriver because, you know, you might want to adjust it for different tanks you want to screw on there or whatever. But if you're using one tank on there all day and you don't have a problem with it, then, you know, maybe the Phillips head screwdriver isn't that bad. So just a nice little look around the Cloupor Mini. Trying to show you guys all around here and stuff. The little decals I got on the side here when I received it from the guy on Craigslist. Okay, it's on the other side there. Take that off. There we go, put it back on. Alright, focus on the box mod there. Give you guys a nice little look. Okay, up and down. Inside there. Alright, so let's go back up top and vape on it. Back up top here, and we're going to screw a tank on here and see how she vapes. With a nice tank RBA on here. RTA is what I like to call it. Hitting it at 27 watts, everybody. So like I mentioned before, I just sometimes, just sometimes, I guess, have that problem with the magnets on the where you put the battery in. So sometimes I'll notice that it's a little bit over to the right or a little bit over to the left, and I'll just push it back into place. So it's really not a big deal. That just little things like that just bother me sometimes. Now, like I mentioned before as well, the voltage will only display if you're pressing the firing button. Okay. So we press the firing button, we're firing at 3.92 volts. So, and another thing that I didn't get to show you guys because I didn't have a tank on there, when you press the firing button, there we go, when you press the firing button, it gives you seconds on how long that you hit the firing button. So I hit it, and it'll be like, alright, your last puff was like 3 seconds long or something. My last puff was 1.5 seconds long. So I usually do about 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds of puffs. 2.2 seconds. Let me know what you guys think of the Cloupor Mini. I hope my review on it wasn't too bad. And I also have a Facebook group if you guys wanted to go check that out. Go to Facebook and search Vape Life Society, and you can join and become a member of my group and talk all vapes you want. And I actually made a video on it, so if you go to my channel and check that out, I'll explain all about it. And thank you guys for watching. It's been a review on the Cloupor Mini.